We all get excited when we see a character that we love making a comeback in another game, because we get to know what happened to him and watch more of what made us love him. But one thing that really bothers me is how their appearance changed a lot, that it almost feels like he's not even the same person. This issue doesn't only happen in GTA, it's actually in a lot of games that I've played. Take a look at Kratos, for example, between the games. But today we will focus on the GTA characters. The first guy to reappear in GTA was Phil Cassidy. First time he appeared was in GTA 3 and his face didn't have much details. So yes, it made sense to me that they would change his looks in Vice City since he will have a major role. But then he appeared in Liberty City stories and it seems like for some reason they downgraded his face and the face itself changed a lot. But hey, Vice City and Liberty City stories have a 12 years gap, so let's just say that the face change will actually make sense. But he actually had another appearance in Vice City stories and he looked older than his face in Vice City. And it's only 2 years apart.
You're a mess.
I don't know, but I don't think they look similar. Like, I don't know why don't they just take the same model from Vice City and put him in Vice City stories and then edit his hair or mustache, for example. Why do they have to recreate his face? And for some reason, it never really works. But hey, Phil Cassidy still looks decent enough. Let's take a look at the second character that reappeared, and that is Catalina. So let me ask you guys, do you think that this person is the same as this person? Like, imagine she never said that her name is Catalina and she just didn't talk, so we didn't hear that it's the same voice from GTA 3. Would we even have suspected that this is the same person? There is nothing identical in these two photos. Not the same eyebrows, not the same eyes, not the same nose, not the same mouth, nothing. It's like the guy who designed her haven't seen her before in GTA 3. And why the hell she looks older in San Andreas? I don't know. You might be asking, but Zekas, what do you expect instead? Don't you dare give me that look. Here is what I expect.
You want some fatso? You big straight Yankee fish? I sing fucking unis with more balls than juice. What the fuck did you want?
Nothing. I'm looking for a friend of mine's cousin,
on,
Mexican
bitch.
guy.
Get off.
He ain't here.
You? But Cesar said you was a real man.
Crazy.
Lady, I'm a God-fearing, peace-loving man of the people.
Whatever, asshole. Let's go.
Damn, relax, baby.
Shout out to Victor Vance's channel for making the mod. I'll link it in the description. Yes, I guess Victor Vance is a YouTuber now or something. Please don't strike me. Anyway, what we just saw here is what I would like to see. And since it's a 9-year gap between GTA 3 and San Andreas, then we could maybe make some changes to the model to make her look a little bit younger. Because I don't think you have to redesign the model from the start since the graphics ain't that much different. But if for some reason they have to do it from the start, at least try to make them look alike. Same goes for Claude. I would have much rather see him like this in GTA San Andreas instead of what we got. I mean, it's not terrible, not something like Catalina for example, but they could have done something better.
This Carl? This is my new man.
And not only Catalina reappeared in GTA San Andreas, but Rosenberg also appeared. I mean, comparing him to Catalina, I think he's fine. But still, he doesn't look similar to his appearance in Vice City. I wanna tell you guys that when I was like 10 years old, I played Vice City a lot. And then when I was around 13, I played San Andreas and finished it for the first time. And I actually never even noticed that this is Ken Rosenberg from Vice City. You might wonder how the hell is that, since they literally call his name all the time. Well, yeah, that would make sense if your native language is English, but back then I couldn't understand English. I couldn't tell what's a name and what's not, and by the time I played San Andreas, I got a little bit better so I was able to catch the name, but since I didn't know that the guy from Vice City is also named Rosenberg, I didn't really know that this is the same guy. So that tells you that the design is really different. Same goes for Kent Paul. I never knew it was the same guy. But to be honest, Kent Paul looks a little better than Rosenberg. Still not similar enough though. I would have much preferred something like that with some changes to the clothes and hair.
Oh, baby, I'm back. I am back. Let's get this show on the road.
And now let's talk about Salvatore Leone. So does this seems like a 6-year gap to you guys? The guy aged terribly, but it doesn't stop there. He does seem like another person. It's not that he got fat and old. No, different eyes, different chin, different eyebrows. But if we compared his looks in Liberty City stories to GTA 3, I think he looks similar enough. So I don't really mind it, especially after the terrible examples that we already talked about. But still, what the hell happened to him in these 3 years? Bro aged 20 years in just 3 years. So he looked like that in 1992, and then after 6 years he looked like that, and in another 3 years he looked like that. I mean, whatever his lifestyle is, what he eats, what he drinks, I don't want none of that.
I see nothing but good things for you, my boy.
And I see nothing but a man who aged like milk. Now let's talk about Donald Trump. I mean, love. Now guys, is this guy the same as this guy? The same as this guy? I mean, do I even need to talk about it? In Liberty City Stories, he looks massively different than his looks in Vice City. All the people I mentioned before were at least similar in one thing or two, but this guy...
That piece of shit!
And then in 3 years between Liberty City Stories and GTA 3, he became a giga champ and started mewing and training his jawline, I think. He still looks very different than his looks in GTA Liberty City Stories. He doesn't even have the same eye color. At this point, it seems like they are not even trying. Now, in the 3D universe, there is another 2 characters' appearance changes that doesn't make any sense, but I don't really mind them. It's Vic's change and Tony's change. That actually happened because they created these 2 characters, giving them minor roles, so they just made a random funny look, I think. But then later they decided to make them protagonists, so they had to look strong and not just 2 old men. It's still funny though how Vic went from this to this in just 2 years, and Tony going from this to this in just 3 years. I honestly thought that in the definitive edition they might put a better version of Vic Vance in Vice City, but why bother, right? But there is still some good reappearance in the 3D universe, like Avery Carrington for example. Yes, he looks as if he didn't sleep for days in Liberty City Stories, but still, it's good enough. There is also Ricardo Diaz. He looks good enough if we are comparing him to the others, but still, it could have been better to be honest. There is also Lance Vance, could have been better though, but yeah, good enough I think. Still, I just don't get why don't they just use the same model and then change his hair or something, I don't know. It's just a 2-year gap, so yeah. And there is also Umberto Rubina. He looks bigger and with a smaller eye in Vice City Stories and a wider face. But yeah, good enough though. Stop. If you like the video so far, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, as I'm trying to make YouTube my full-time job and I can't really do it without your help, so please click the like button if you like the video and let's continue. Now for the HD universe. First, in GTA 4, some characters' appearance changed from the base game to the DLCs when they got bigger roles. For example, Luis and Johnny, who overall looked better in their games than how they looked in the previous ones. So I don't really mind that. Could have been cool if they updated the new skins to the older games. And that didn't only happen with the protagonists. It happened with a lot of the side characters too, like Gay Tony, Evan, Jim, Ashley, Jason, and Ray Bulgari. I don't really mind what they did with these characters since they overall looked better after the redesigning. I only have a problem with Ray Bulgarin since he's actually somewhat of an important character in GTA 4 too, and they changed his look a lot in the Ballad of Gay Tony and made him so tall, which kinda gives me the vibe that he isn't the same guy that is after Nico. Maybe I'm overthinking it? Yeah, maybe, but yeah, that's just me. Now let's get to the people that appeared in GTA 5 after GTA 4. And beware because it's a mess. Now, the first character that appears is Packie McReary. Oh boy, it's like the only thing that is similar between the two is that they are bald and have a mole above their lips. Literally nothing more. I never felt like it's truly Packie. I only feel like that when he's inside the car because I can only hear his voice and not see his face. Other than that, it's a massacre. They couldn't even keep the same skin color for some reason. Next one who appears again is Ashley. Slightly better than Packie, I guess. Now she looks way more older, but that would make sense since she is a meth head. And she now have a red head, which is fine since people can change their hair color and her eye color change too. But yeah, I'll let that slide since she can use actually lenses to change her eye color, so that's okay. But I still think that she doesn't really look like an older version of Ashley from The Lost and Damned. It's like another person that is just older, but okay, meth can really change how someone looks. Stay away from drugs, guys. Now for Johnny. Yeah, he looks decent enough. He's a lot thinner than his looks in The Lost and Damned, but still, he's a meth addict and that would make sense. So, Stay away from drugs, guys. But as far as I know, you can't get taller from meth. Believe me, I know. I've watched the whole Breaking Bad series and nothing like that happened. Same goes for the change of eye color. It's changed from green to brown, and I really highly doubt that this is the effects of meth for my knowledge. But yeah, being tall seemed off for me, to be honest. But again, compared to the rest, he looks good enough. And then we have Roku. Now tell me guys, does this look like a human being to begin with? I really don't know what to say. Like, why don't you just take the same model from GTA 4 again, put him in GTA 5 and that's it? You know what, don't even change anything in him. Don't even change his jacket. I'll be fine with that, believe me. It's a lot better than what we've got. But oh wait, someone actually made a mod like that.
That a burrito in your pants? Are you happy to see me? Wabba-boom! No! This guy's all mine!
Shout out to Tony Cipriani for making this video. I'll leave the link in the description. Yeah, apparently Tony Cipriani is actually a YouTuber too. I mean, what's happening with the GTA protagonists? Don't strike me guys, we're friends. We also have Karen, also known as Michelle from GTA 4. Maybe she looks slightly similar to her appearance in GTA 4. I mean, I'm trying to say anything positive. But yeah, at least she looks hot, I guess. And there is also Marlene Allen, the addicted girl from GTA 4 who got rid of her drug addiction and ended up with a cult addiction. She's totally the same girl. There's also Terry and Clay, and I think they look good enough, especially Terry. So yeah, they nailed Terry, I think. But now let's get to the online. And let me ask you guys, do you recognize that guy? You don't, right? Okay, so let him introduce himself.
Brucie Kibbutz.
That's sad. He looks exactly like the basic GTA Online protagonist. Some people defend this laziness and say, oh, it's because of the steroids. Really? By the way, he actually appears in the website of GTA 5 too, not just the online. And this is how he looks. So he changed his appearance twice and never looked like his original self from GTA 4. And even his two appearances in GTA 5 doesn't even look similar like at all. And in the website they could have taken a photo from GTA 4, but it seems like for some reason they just doesn't care. Gay Tony made an appearance in GTA Online 2, and what do you guys think? I actually liked it a lot, to be honest. He finally looks like his past self. Finally! And we have Yusuf Amir in GTA Online. I don't think he looks that similar to his GTA 4 self, but still, compared to the previous ones, I think it's good enough. I was more concerned about him not having the N-word pass anymore. That was the real change.
The world has changed, my friend. You have to be careful what you say now!
Lastly, as I told you guys, I almost have the same issue with each video game I play. For example, this is Desmond Miles from Assassin's Creed, and this is Mary Jane from Spider-Man 1 and 2, and there is a lot of more examples about that. So yeah, it's just an issue that pisses me off, and I think it might pisses some of you too. So yeah, I wanted to talk about that. If you wanna know what's the best and worst thing each GTA protagonist did, check out this video right there, as I think you'll like it. Thank you for watching, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Peace!